Group chat for 2026 is back. We got a new little studio. We got a new host, my brother Archie. He will be joining us. We have, leaning on the name this year, the group chat. We've got the group chat Punters Club. Join on the Bet Social page using TGCPUNTS. We're going to be punting every weekend, so get involved with that. This week, Super Rugby is kicking off, Archie, so we are going to get amongst that. We chat all things Super Rugby, our MVPs or our players to watch, some punts on the game. Looking back on last week, Archie, Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl. A bit of a review on the game that kind of put the nation to sleep a bit during that first half, but also looking forward to what Super Bowl 61 could look like. And then also throw it to the big news over the weekend in the NRL of Payne Haas potentially signing with the Bunnies. Let's get into it.
United 1-1 in the end against West Ham. It was game 5, and old mate cutting his hair. Yeah. I wanted it to be over with because I wanted them to win. I've had enough of seeing this haircut palaver all online. You?
Yeah, 2-year shtick just about for the United strand.
Is it 2 years?
Yeah, or 500 and something odd days. So getting up to almost 2 years here. The hair's not looking great.
No, it's not.
In all honesty, yeah. It needs to be done. I just wonder what he does off the camera. Does he tie it back, or what does he do? Does he just let it flow how it sits? Because it's a pretty crazy mop he's got up there. It certainly clears yours. So, it would have been interesting to see how he carried on his shtick once the 5 games were done. But the draw that Man United had against West Ham, which was only saved because Benjamin Sesko scored that 96th minute worldie in London in the capital. So. Yeah.
I wanted them to win so we get rid of this fella. You wanted United to lose.
Yeah, I needed them to keep dropping points, which they did. So it's a bit of a win for me, but a loss for you.
So I'll tell you what, the next 5 games, they actually could be in with a sniff again here. You've got Everton away. Then you got Crystal Palace at home.
Okay.
Newcastle away.
Yeah.
If they can get through that, then they got to go Villa at home. And the 5th game would be Bournemouth away.
I could see them struggling in game against Newcastle at home. Newcastle aren't great away, but they did just beat Tottenham this morning, 2-1, I believe.
Yep.
And then Villa, that's a big game for the Champions League. Champions League race there, so there'll be a lot of pressure on that one. So interesting stuff.
Yeah, the guy's got an unlimited content farm at the moment, and he is just living off it. What else? The Black Caps had a massive win against UAE overnight in India. World Cup second game. Finn Allen, Tim Seifert, highest ever World Cup opening partnership, T20s, 175.
Was it not the highest partnership of all time in the World Cup?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Not just opening partnerships.
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
I think it might have been. It's been in terms of results, not a strange World Cup, but the process to those results have been odd. You've seen a lot of kind of the growing countries in terms of the cricketing world with the UAE, USA taking it to India. So there's been games where some of the big teams have been on the ropes a bit. They have came out in the end, and New Zealand would have been a bit nervy chasing another close score to 180. But just 2 dynamic opening batters get it done. I think Finn Allen and Tim Seifert were pretty underrated in the New Zealand public before this tournament. Obviously, they've been overseas and playing Big Bash and things like that, so not too many eyes on them. Well,
maybe not too many eyes from the public, but you and I have been watching it, and I said it last year, but I think we've actually got a decent chance at winning this tournament, but it's based off the fact that Finn Allen and Tim Seifert go bang at the top, and Big Bash, they both were just unbelievable. Seifert has just aged like fine wine. He's getting better the older he gets, and that's just experience playing around the world. Finn Allen, absolute jet. So if those guys go off at the top, I reckon we can make a deep run.
A lot of depth. Ravinder in behind, and you got Glenn Phillips, who's seemingly coming into some of the best form of his career, not just with the bat, but bowling well with the ball, diving around in the field. Did you see that stop he had this morning?
No.
On the boundary? Unbelievable.
I saw the catch between, was it Mitchell and Mark Chapman?
Okay.
We've got some athletes hanging around.
Yeah. I think probably our best chance at a T20 World Cup we've had. So, and that's saying something. I think we've been to a semi-final before, potentially. So.
I'll tell you what, though, we say it's on Seifert and Allen at the top, but against Afghanistan, the opener, it was squeaky when we were 2 down inside the second over, and then you've got Glenn Phillips and Seifert go along with it, and then you got Mark Chapman come in, you got Daryl Mitchell, Mitch Santner, and Jimmy Neesham down at 8. Like,
it's deep.
It's a pretty good batting lineup, and I like our chances. Now, we'll get into a bit of the Super Bowl in a bit, reflection on that. But the new logo is out.
Yeah.
It's orange and a bit of blue, like a wavy blue it's back at SoFi. So Super Bowl 61, there's the theory around the Super Bowl colours. It's the script for the teams that make it. Who have you got making it?
Well, I actually did a bit of research into this. So I had the colours as orange and then a green/teal.
Oh, okay.
So the options I've got for you, for the orange team, it could be the Browns, the Bengals, the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Bears, and potentially Tampa if you count their creamsicle, I believe they call it. Or
what do we say? An orange. And we've got the Chiefs in there?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Potentially. Obviously, the Browns aren't going to be there.
No.
They're a dumpster fire franchise and continue to be that, even with all the changes they've made this offseason already. Bengals, Joe Burrow, it's going to be the same old story. Can he put up 40?
Yep.
And can the defense stop the other team from scoring 41?
Yep.
The Broncos, close. I'm not sure if they were a one-hit wonder this year.
I hope so.
Bo Nix is pretty solid, but I don't know. He just doesn't do a whole lot for me in terms of being a real game-breaking quarterback.
No.
So that leaves the Chiefs and the Bears. The Chiefs.
It could be a Chiefs-Bears.
Yeah. The Chiefs are an interesting one. I think the way they've ran their franchise the last 3 years, even winning Super Bowls, but they've just set themselves up for failure.
Yeah.
Andy Reid seems to be running out of ideas, potentially. Old school West Coast offense, and it's just Mahomes, can you make a play for me? So the enemy, can he make changes? Maybe.
I reckon. I saw something this morning, and it was Chiefs' potential offense for next season. You got Pat Mahomes, and then Kenneth Walker as your RB1.
Yeah.
Not sure what the chances of that are, but then you've got Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and then bringing back Tyreek Hill, and then you've got Noel Kelsey. But I mean, this would have been a great offense 3 years ago. It could still be a decent offense with Mahomes at the wheel, Eric Bieniemy, and then Andy Reid.
Yeah, I think Andy Reid's going to need to change a lot of what he's done. Even in the dynasty years of the Chiefs, he's going to need to kind of catch up with the times a bit, not just play hero ball through Mahomes and some of the pass catches. I think maybe go draft a receiver round one. I think Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy, they're not real ex-receivers, big dogs on the boundary. They're not a JSN.
No, we need a JSN or a Puka or something like that.
Someone that can catch volume everywhere around the field, and that could be someone like Jordan Tyson in the draft. There's options there.
Okay.
And then on the green and teal side, if it was going to be an orange versus green teal, you got Eagles.
Yep.
A chance.
No
Dolphins.
one wants that, though.
No, not the Chiefs, Eagles. Dolphins. It's a stretch. It's a big stretch.
Who's going to be the quarterback for the Dolphins? Quinn Ewers?
It could be Quinn Ewers. It could just be a throwaway year for them, try to get up the top and draft Archie Manning next year.
Yeah.
Packers. They've got a Super Bowl window.
Yep.
Micah Parsons back healthy, hopefully. They went all in, so we'll see. They need a receiver, though.
Packers I could see happening. I could see like a Chiefs-Packers. I could also see Broncos-Packers. I wouldn't watch that. Well, I'd watch it, but I wouldn't be a fan of watching that.
Now, throwing in the Seahawks because they fall in that green tier. Obviously, best defense in the last decade.
Yep.
Not a lot's going to change for them.
No, they get to keep a few players, don't they?
And if anything, they're going to lose Reek Woolen, which could honestly be an addition by subtraction with some of the plays he gave up.
Is he the corner or safety that just gets blown up all the time?
Yeah, well, he's good. He's sticky in coverage, but
he lets them free sometimes.
Yeah, the touchdown they scored, the Patriots on the deep ball where he was kind of jogging around and wasn't set. That's kind of Reek Woolen in a nutshell. So might lose him.
So addition by subtraction, genius.
Yep. Jets,
nope,
no chance. And then a good one, the Jags.
Yeah.
12 or 13 wins this year. Liam Cohen, one of the best offensive minds in the league. Got Trevor Lawrence ticking.
Yep.
Travis Hunter should be back.
Yep.
Pretty underrated, I think.
I'll tell you what, if the Chiefs can't win it, if they are not going to make the Super Bowl out of the AFC, I would like to see the Jags go through and have a sniff.
Jags Bears.
That could be an interesting one, and it would turn the season upside down.
Yeah, I think Caleb Williams is pretty special. Ben Johnson, special. Colson Loveland, special.
Yeah.
So I think there's players there, and I think that would be an exciting kind of new era of the NFL.
Absolutely.
Being announced.
So you'd want to lock in a Bears Jags.
That's if Mike McCarthy can't bring his hometown to the Super Bowl in Pittsburgh. But yeah, that could be quite an interesting one as a neutral, honestly.
Okay, so you want Mike McCarthy to bring the Steelers a Super Bowl. How's DK feeling at the moment?
Yeah, tough. He's probably got the him and Geno Smith are probably feeling it quite rough. Probably Geno more than DK.
The Geno one's an interesting one. You take the Seahawks, who couldn't get first place in the NFC last year with Geno there. He leaves. The Seahawks go and win the Super Bowl. He joins the Raiders, and they have the first pick. So he is dragging teams down where he goes.
Yeah, and I thought it was bizarre because Geno was pretty good for the Seahawks. Like, he did a lot of things that people, within the weeds of the NFL that really get into it, they enjoy, with his kind of pocket maneuvers and being able to step up and make big-time throws. So the NFL wrote to him, but he didn't write back this time.
No. But, like, he's got a decent Raiders team around him. You got Brock Bowers, you got Ashton Genty around there. It's not like they're short of talent out there.
No, but it's going to be Mendoza, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
To be their franchise quarterback. Very kind of Tom Brady, looking kind of player, but just gets it done.
I love that when they won the CFP final and they were all singing Fernando around the stadium. Yeah. That's a good clip.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that a lot. What else have we got? So we'll maybe Super Bowl little recap for us.
Yeah, it was for a Super Bowl only fan, it was a boring game.
Yeah,
but as a fan that loves the NFL and everything that comes with it, defensive football and the way the tide seems to be changing from just quarterback-centric stuff with the run game and defense, it was an exciting game for me. I enjoyed seeing an all-time defensive unit fly around and make one of the most promising quarterbacks in the league look like a Sam Darnold at the Jets, if you will, and Drake May. So I enjoyed it.
Well, I think all the stats have kind of come out from the Patriots' playoff run, and Drake May has now got the worst performance in a playoff run by a quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's just, I guess, you played the Texans. Yeah. You played, who'd they play next? The Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos, yeah.
With Stidham.
Really, 3 really good defenses they came up against. I think they were lucky in that Broncos game.
You reckon Bo Nix would have been a difference maker? Obviously, he would have played a huge part in it, but you reckon...
Yeah, he would have offered more with his legs.
Even in the snow?
Yeah, because Drake May was winning the game with his legs, and Bo Nix is arguably
he's actually sneaky quick.
Yeah, not even sneaky. He's a good athlete, I'd say.
I reckon he's sneaky.
Yeah.
He doesn't strike me as an athlete when you look at him.
He can move.
And then a new news over the weekend, Payne Haas. That's a developing story in the NRL. Obviously signing off the Bunnies from the Broncos, but we have a change in that.
Yeah, potentially. I saw an article yesterday. I'm not sure how accurate it could be. I'm not too tapped in on how the NRL transfers all work, but Payne Haas signed to go to the Roosters for 2027. But
Bunnies.
The Bunnies. Sorry, I was thinking Sydney. Bunnies. But potentially, the Broncos might be able to offer the same kind of deal that the Bunnies did sign him to.
Yeah.
I did see that. I'm not sure how true it is, so we'll see how that plays out. But allegedly, the Broncos were lowballing him.
Yeah.
Maybe looking for a hometown discount. Payne Haas has kind of been a Bronco, I think, most of his career. Best Bronco of all time, they claimed after the grand final.
Wow.
And I think they expected him to take a bit off the top of the contract to be able to sign some more talent around him, but he wants his money and fair play. So if they want to pay up, if they can, I'm not sure if they can, but I did hear that potentially it could be
they might be able to match it. Yeah. Now, you've just won the grand final with the Broncos, first time in 20 years, unbelievable season. You've got a great team around you. Would you stick with the Broncos and try to go 2 in a row, or are you taking, if they can match the deal? So you're getting paid either way. Yeah. Are you going to stick with the Broncos, or do you go and take on a new challenge with the Rabbitohs?
It's interesting because there's more to it than just the teams, right? Obviously, you got plenty of talent at the Broncos. Adam Reynolds might be retiring. I hear that potentially.
Got Reece Walsh, Ezra Mam.
Ezra Mam. But would you want to leave Brisbane in terms of the city?
Well, I'd go to South Sydney.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
No, I think Brisbane's kind of like playing in LA if you're a basketball player, I suppose, or potentially being down in Miami if you're an NFL player, just on a hot coast beach.
So you're talking lifestyle.
Yeah, I think there's quite a bit that goes into that.
I tell you what I'd be doing. I'd be sticking with the Broncos. If I can get paid the same and you've got a winning formula there, go and do something that the Panthers had done for the last 5 years. Go and try, build a dynasty. Get paid the same. Stay with your mates, first and foremost. Got to mention Paddy Carrigan. I mean, they've got everything there.
Yeah,
I'd be staying in Brisbane.
The best 2 players in the world, and Haas and Walsh, 2 massive game breakers. So So it's a strange decision, but if he wasn't getting paid what he deserves, then chase the money.
Yeah, it's getting to a stage where it's like they're following the American kind of scheme, and you're chasing money now. Like, obviously, you're putting your body through a lot. You deserve to get paid and set yourself up, rather than, I don't know, the loyalties are less important now. It's the money that people are chasing. That's very American. And it's starting to creep into Australia, New Zealand kind of sports.
Yeah, other clubs not showing that loyalty, not paying the players what they deserve, though.
Goes both ways.
It goes both ways, I suppose. I mean, when you see careers like Tom Brady or Kobe Bryant, and I suppose Tom Brady wasn't a one-helmet guy, but they always got treated the way they should have been.
Yeah. Well, that's because they're absolute stars, and the franchises know they need to look after them. Yeah. Well, that goes to your point. Do the Broncos, they haven't been looking after Payne Haas maybe by lowballing him.
Yeah, and Payne Haas might become the best prop of all time.
Yeah. All right, let's take a moment to look forward then. We've got, each week we'll do the group chat game of the week. Super Rugby kicks off this Friday, actually, and I've got two options for you. Group chat game of the week, is it going to be Highlanders versus Crusaders? Now, is that in the new stadium, Apollo Stadium?
I believe it's in Dunedin.
Okay. Oh, yes, it is in Dunedin. You got the zoo there.
Yeah, the uni kids will be down.
Or are we going Chiefs Blues?
Yeah, well, I've been mulling over this. I think in terms of an actual matchup and what game could be close, it would more likely be Chiefs Blues. I think they're two more evenly talented sides. The Chiefs obviously the favourites there, but the Blues still, the likes of Bowden Barrett, they've still posed a good chance and a threat to the Chiefs. But the game I'm choosing is the Highlanders Crusaders. I think you've got Leicester Fainga'anuku coming back for the Crusaders. That's an exciting kind of development in New Zealand rugby. I think one of the most devastating ball carriers we've seen in a long time here.
Yep.
And then the Highlanders are just super exciting. They've done a lot of work with Jamie Joseph, who might not be their head coach.
How's that going to work?
I think All Blacks, they kind of just overrule everyone. Once he gets signed, he'll get plucked out. And
so he would start the season with the Highlanders, and if he gets picked up by New Zealand Rugby, he just departs midway through.
Yeah, and they'll have a contingency in place, whether the assistant or there'll be
I'm sure the Highlanders are prepping for it.
Yeah, but they've done a really good job of bringing in young talent. Talent that's kind of been left on the back burner in their original provinces from their own teams' players. So there's been a lot of movement, for example, Stanley Solomons, Viveni Lasangas, these kind of players, Caleb Tangitau, all very exciting rugby players that maybe weren't going to be able to break through in the Hurricanes or the Blues system. So go down and show up what you got, and it turns out they're pretty good rugby players. So.
Well, the Dirty South, I feel like, offers that opportunity. Is it because we go back to that lifestyle thing? People don't want to move down to the Deep South, and so they can't attract all the star talent as they're kind of hitting their prime. So you get the young guns going down there to try and make a name for themselves. Because I think it happens in more than just rugby.
Cricket's a big one.
Cricket's a big one for you. You go revitalise your career down for Otago.
Yeah. Yeah, you see the likes of Troy Johnson going down there.
Luke Georgeson.
Yeah, he's now captain down there, isn't he?
Yeah, but then you also like Otago and Southland, like for players who their provinces, they're not getting a crack in the NPC. You go down south because it is bloody cold down there. Like you're getting up early in the morning, you're de-icing your car, you're going for a gym session. Yeah, you're then de-icing your car again after the gym session. You go back home, make breakfast. You go back out, you're de-icing your car for a third time.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading up on Caleb Tangitau, and it'd be pretty hard to move from Auckland down to Dunedin, but he moved for game time. So that's what you need if you want to break through as the next level. So.
Okay, so Highlanders Crusaders is our group chat game of the week.
Yeah.
Do you have a prediction for it? How's it going to play out? I'll pull the odds up quickly for us.
Yeah. I think potentially a high-scoring affair. You're going to have obviously the high-octane, young kind of risk-taking of the Highlanders be on display. I think they come into this campaign still probably at the bottom of the New Zealand teams in terms of expectations, so they've got nothing to lose, really.
Yep.
They've already had a few injuries from some of their better players, Dylan Pledger and Fabian Holland.
Yeah, it's a tough one to swallow for the Landers with Dylan Pledger going out with an ACL. But even it feels like before preseason started, his season was done before it even thought about starting.
Going to be probably the one to watch in this whole competition for New Zealand rugby fans. Fabian Holland was obviously looking like a 100-test All Black last year.
Yep.
He's gone out with a dislocated shoulder in the last few days, so that's a huge loss. But I still think they're going to play with a fearless nature about them. I just think the Crusaders probably have a bit too much grunt in the forward pack and then experience in the back line, especially including someone like Fainga'anuku. in the midfield. It's not the most exciting team ever. We've seen them do their thing for the last... Yeah.
They've just got that winning culture, though. That winning recipe coming off the back of a championship last year. They were already coming and flying. So we've got the Crusaders at $1.37, Highlanders $3. The Lions, the converted try plus 7.5. And then the total is over 56.5. Now, I think early doors, I'd be looking at the overs 56.5. I think back to the start of last year, and you think the likes of the Drua, Moana Pacifica, like they're fun teams to watch. The New Zealand teams, they're going to play running rugby in February.
Dry
conditions are going to be peak. You might get the defensive lines fatigue big time come the 60-minute mark, and the game will just break open. So I'd be locking in that over 56 as quick as I can before the line moves.
I'd second that one.
Do the Highlanders cover plus 7.5?
First game of the season, new hopes at home in front of the new crop of uni goers down there in Otago. I still think the Crusaders might have a bit much to them. I worry about the Highlanders kind of game drivers in terms of Cam Miller, who's good NPC 10. Can he drive around a Super Rugby team? Is Tava Tavanawai back fully fit, rearing to go?
Is he?
Yeah, I'm not sure. He probably will be ready to suit up knowing him, but will he be 100% entering the season? That's a big one. So I'd have Canterbury covering the spread on that one. Or Crusaders.
So we'll get into some betting later with the group chat, Punters Club Pot. But these are the kind of questions we're going to be asking in the chat and trying to get the punters involved in. Obviously, we're going to have our opinions, but we'd be asking, because we're going to punt on this group chat game of the week, what would we want to eye up here? Obviously, try scorers will come out when the teams get released, but you'd probably want to lock in a same-game multi with a team to cover the spread, total points, and maybe a try scorer. Or winning margin's actually a great one to bet on for rugby, I think. If you think like the Satyrs win, but maybe the Highlanders are covering, but 7.5's not quite enough for you, go Crusaders 1 to 12, and they can see 2.90 as opposed to them just winning at $1.37.
A bit more value in that market.
But that's what we're going to try to get back and forth with in the group chat. Actually in the group chat, which will be good. Now, let's get into our players to watch for the Super Rugby season. You've got 3, I've got 3. And then we will build a bit of a fantasy team on the Super Rugby website. We'll put that together. So do you want to start us off with your 3 players to watch?
My first one is for Vinny Lasanga. He's a Bay of Plenty loose forward, plays open side flanker, but for the Highlanders. He was in the Hurricanes Hunters for a year, which is kind of the second team for those that don't know. Moved down to the Highlanders for a better opportunity, and then broke through as their Rookie of the Year, I believe, last year. Super dynamic ball runner. Not the biggest. He might only just be around the late 90s in terms of kgs, but gets stuck into some serious work and is kind of around the ball all the time. Like the ball's always bouncing his way. He's always there turnover, so he's one for me. The second one, if you watched a lot of Moana Pacifica last year, which I assume most people did because they were just about the greatest show on turf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Miracle Whailangi, loose forward again. He's going to have a big role to step into this year with Archie, obviously going over to Japan again. He's a try-scoring machine, big bruising ball carrier, solid defender, and just a superb athlete. I believe he plays his provincial rugby for the Hawke's Bay, so he had a good year in the NPC. Superb athlete at his size, and I think will be another one to watch here.
I think the big thing for Moana is who's going to step up and take that Archie role, because they're going to be fun to watch again, no doubt. But Miracle, is he going to be that guy?
Yeah, there's 2 names. There's Miracle and then Samisi Tupo Tailioa.
Wow, well done.
Yeah, he's another one. Down Southland, I believe he plays.
Oh, the Stags?
Yeah. Just another good ball carrier. And then my last one, bit of an outsider. I'm not sure if he's going to see much time here, but if he does, I'd expect him to make the most of it. And that's Xavier Tito Harris, winger for the Highlanders. He kind of had his
another Auckland boy, no?
Yeah, had his first real taste of the NPC after being in the New Zealand 7 setup. He scored, I believe, 8 tries in 600 minutes for Auckland last year.
That's good numbers.
Not super tall, but very explosive, dynamic ball carriers. Can run over you, can run around you, and has another knack for the ball. You see him get a lot of intercepts and making a lot of game-breaking plays. So if he gets a chance opposite maybe someone like Caleb Tangitau, I think that could be an exciting watch this year.
That's that sevens nature, going for the intercepts, backing yourself from your own 22. But I reckon that's what we kind of need in the AB setup. The wingers have been obviously a well-talked-about position with guys coming in, different combinations with the back three, but you can get some dynamic ball carriers, short, quick on their feet, Brian Habana-esque, Chisholm Colby-esque.
Yeah.
Get those, and that makes a massive difference.
Absolutely.
I've got 3 players that are actually, I'd say, more well-established, so they're not as outside of picks as you, but they're coming off decent seasons or have had a decent season, and I just think, ready to take that next step, potentially. First one for you, Kyron Mofala. Unbelievable for the Marco in the NPC. Great season for Moana Pacifica as well, and now he's making the shift to the Chiefs. Could potentially play the 15 on the wing. He's going to be a key part of that back three. And if he carries on the way he is, then he could be one to maybe step into that black jersey as well.
Yeah. He's already got international experience. I believe he played for Samoa at the last World Cup.
Can he then make the transfer over?
I think
he must be able to.
There's probably a stand-down period and potentially why he made the move to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That might make him eligible for the All Blacks. I'm not 100% privy to all those rules.
Yep.
I would assume, though, he is looking for the All Blacks jersey because he did grow up in New Zealand. He's from...
Is he from Marlborough?
Marlborough. Yeah, Marlborough boy. Tasman, Marlborough Boys College. So I'd assume he would be eligible at some stage.
Yep.
There's probably a stand-down period after that World Cup.
Yeah, there will be.
He's probably done that by now. So
yeah, I think you're right, actually. That must be the move for the Chiefs. I feel like I remember something around that storyline when he signed for the Chiefs. So there's Kyron to watch for. And then we're going to go to the Canes. You got Riley Higgins, who, not last year, the previous year, very good. Kind of breakthrough season for him with the Canes and the Lions. Just a bit of a wrecking ball through the middle. Last year, plagued with injuries. So it'll be interesting to see how he can bounce back this season. But if he stays fit and healthy, he's going to be a key cog for the Canes this season.
Yeah, I think pretty congested midfield, Hurricanes. You've obviously got the All Blacks pairing of Geordie Barrett returning and Billy Proctor. Could you see Barrett maybe play some 15 to accompany...
Well, and then Ruben Love in 10.
Ruben Love 10, and then maybe play Higgins at 12, because he is a different kind of 12 to what we're used to seeing in New Zealand. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Big frame, can run over you, but he's got pretty magical feet in the contact area. He can throw on a few side steps, but they're pretty unassuming, and then he just slips through a bunch of tackles, throws offloads. He's more of an attacking threat that I think we're used to in the modern game, I suppose, in the midfield. So,
do you see a bit of Sonny Bill in him?
I think he's
getting through, being a defender and getting the offloads.
He throws a lot of risky passes.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a lot of finesse about his game and not just power, so that's pretty exciting.
Yep. Okay, and then my third player to watch is Josh Jacob. I mean, for Taranaki is unbelievable in the NPC. The 10 jersey for the ABs is pretty unassuming at the moment. We don't really know where that's going to go. Plenty of talk around Jacob, especially in that NPC season. Now he's going to have to see how he goes in Super Rugby. But if he can, again, be a game driver, be a game manager for his side, take them to the next level, then he could well be stepping into the number 10 jersey when the international season steps up.
Obviously was the NPC MVP.
That's right.
The Taranaki.
Yep.
He was, if you have a look at some of the numbers in terms of analytics, he was clear above everyone else in the competition, especially at his position for just about every stat. Tackling, running, breaking lines, scoring tries, kicking goals, just about everything Josh Jacob cleared. The rest of the field, he has had a tough time potentially in Super Rugby, obviously being stuck behind Damien McKenzie.
Yes.
And the question will be, do they allow Josh Jacob to get many minutes for the Chiefs at 10?
Well, I certainly hope so.
Because Damien McKenzie, I assume with the new coaching staff, will want to try still earn that 10 jersey for the All Blacks for this World Cup. So will he be willing to move back to 15? Or will they force Jacob, who's obviously a square peg in a round hole at 15?
You know what I miss? The days of when your first 5 and your second 5 were interchangeable. Yep. So like you had DC kind of grow up as a 12 and then step into the 10. Carlos Spencer's played 12 into a 10. You see those kind of guys. Is there room in that Chiefs backline for Josh Jacob to step up into a 12 and take on like that extra pivot role?
And then you've got to move out Daniel Rona out of the team from centre, who was All Blacks 15 last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Quintapai moves to 13, which he hasn't done a lot for the Chiefs, but does for the All Blacks.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think the closest thing we've had to a genuine playmaking 12 is Geordie.
Yep.
Obviously, Nonu came along in that facet of his game, but England tried it with Owen Farrell at 12. Jacob is kind of similar in the way he defends. He's kind of bigger for a 10. He can make tackles. So he's definitely got the profile to do it.
Yeah.
Just question whether New Zealand Rugby will want to see him there.
I guess it comes down to the Chiefs first, right? Surely they're putting their own interests ahead of New Zealand Rugby. Like they want to win it. They want to get over a hump and actually win a Super Rugby first and foremost.
You'll see. I don't know how that all works.
It depends what comes down the funnel their way. Okay, should we build this Super Rugby fantasy team then?
Yeah. So I've got the website up here.
Brilliant.
Do we want to work back three, upward, forward pack?
I reckon let's start with the props. We'll go through the forward pack and make our way to the back line. And we're going to set this up for round one, so no Canes players available?
No Canes players, yeah.
All right.
The other idea I did have potentially was taking a few of the linchpin players to start with and then filling it out from there.
Okay.
Because you want to spend big on the important.
You drive this one, mate. All up to you.
So I'm thinking Damien McKenzie's got to be there as the fly half.
Okay. So we're spending money early and we're going big.
Just getting potentially your 10, one of your big loose forwards, and a big back three acquisition. Because obviously, Cam Roygaard this week, so you could probably.
Now, early doors, D-Max in there. Did we captain him?
Yes.
Is he going to be your captain straight away?
Goal kicker, the running 10, gets tries, scores tries. I think he's the.
And then this is going to get complicated here. But do you double points him or triple captain him straight away? Who have the Chiefs got this week?
Blues.
That's right.
Yeah, I'd maybe leave that until he has a game, maybe against more of an open running team like a Moana Pacifica, Fiji and Jura Highlanders kind of competition.
All right.
And then maybe one big back three. Do you want to bring in a wing? Someone like Sevu Reece, who's was he the all-time try-scoring leader in
Yes,
Super
he is
Rugby?
now. He took a while to get over that hump. I think he was tied for maybe 5-6 games and then finally broke it. I'd prefer probably Sevu Reece than Will Jordan.
Yeah, I think Reece, he kind of dominates Super Rugby in a way that we don't see at the international level, which is unfortunate. But we'll go Sevu Reece and then maybe get us one big-time loose forward and then we'll fill out the rest.
Okay. Who's your loose forward? I mean, you look on last season's form and the try-scoring machine that was Carlo Tizzano.
Yeah.
He is the most expensive, though.
Yeah. Does that carry on, or is that kind of
the thing?
Tries? Can you rely on just tries to get your points when it's kind of feast or famine forward? Maybe he is just a genuine try scorer in the.
I think he is, because when he came into that Wallabies setup, even coming off the bench, he still found himself dotting town.
Yeah.
In the international scene, so I think he is just a genuine try scorer. Likes to get his hands on the ball, likes to be busy, and finds himself over the line.
So is that where you want to go?
I'd love Tizzano in the back three.
All right, so that's our three kind of linchpins.
Yep.
Now we'll build out, try to look for some value along the way.
Okay, props.
Propping down, you just want genuine starters. And one that I've kind of got my eye on here that might save us a bit of value is George Dyer.
Okay.
Going to start for the props, for the Chiefs most weeks here. And only at 3.3, which is less than 2.4 than Alan Alatar at the top there. So I think that's one way to save some money.
And he's pretty locked in to bang out 60 minutes most weeks, maybe.
Going to scrum well. Good open play player, gets a few turnovers, things like that. So moving on to the hooker.
Yep.
I think you've obviously got a couple of expensive ones over on the Australian side of the draw. Moananu. I think he's moved from the Crusaders to the Reds to the Tars this year.
Who play the Reds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cody Taylor in there.
Yeah. Asaita.
Billy Pollard for the Brumbies. He's 7.3 million.
Is this another one? I would be looking at value here and going, normally Almua, 5.9. I think that's unbelievable value, but on a buy, maybe not. Are you looking at?
No, so you want everyone playing.
Who's the lead Blues hooker? Bradley Slater, moving up from the Chiefs this past off season. I think the Blues. We obviously know Vern Cotter enjoys to play through his forward pack.
Yep.
Push over tries through mauls. Is that a good option there, saving a bit of value as well?
I'm looking at his player profile here on the website, and I like him.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing his profile, and he's doing a little salute there. He's got the mo going as well. I like the look of Bradley. I reckon we throw him in there.
Yeah, and I think he could be interchangeable with Kurt Eklund if Eklund gets the start. So just keep your eye on the team sheets there.
Yeah, you also just got to be wary of we're not select because I'm thinking maybe you got Tokiaho there, but then we're going to be overloaded on Chiefs real early.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's why I did stay away there.
All right, so Slater's in.
Yeah,
Billy Slater. Bradley.
Where do we want to go here? Another prop.
Yep.
Now a bit of value down the way. I see James Slipper. Brumbies.
Oh, dog.
Yeah, 4.1.
He's not going to get in 60 minutes each week, though, is he? Hey,
him and Alatoa will come on and off the same
I guess
time.
That's pretty
55.
key they got to be in there week in, week out for the Brumbies.
And I think that's obviously another good forward pack. So I think James Slipper, there's a reason why he's selected 10% of the time all the way down there in that list. I think he's not a bad option there.
Okay. And he's 4.1 million.
Yeah,
it's not bad. So if we've got 6 players locked in, and we've got just over half our budget left, 55 million to go. So we're going to keep working through the locks, or we're going to go elsewhere?
Locked, yeah.
All right, what do you got for us?
I think we want to go one more in terms of saving potentially here.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam Derry down at 4. Now, I read somewhere that Patrick Tuipulotu might be injured to start the season. Is that true?
I don't know. He's selected in 15% of teams here. Sam Derry's selected in 14%, so it's kind of pretty split.
Okay.
Why, are you tossing up between either or if Tuipulotu's out, are you going Sam Derry?
I think he might be out.
Okay. What are you saying there?
Sam Derry. Oh, what am I seeing? Injuries? There's an article saying an injury hit Tuipulotu.
Doesn't have another massive gaping hole on his forehead, does he?
No, that was a tough one. Yeah, potentially. Obviously, it's another one. We haven't seen the team sheets. They're not out yet. So if Tuipulotu's in, you could go him. But for now, Sam Derry, line out merchant for the Blues.
Yep. So now we've got 2 Blues players, we've got 2 Chiefs players.
Yeah.
What's the max? It must be 3.
3 or 4, probably, yeah.
Could be 4.
What if we go... Do you have any ideas there at lock?
Well, I don't want to go expensive on the locks. I mean, although you're looking at a Sam Derry at 4 million, Tupuvai is only 5.6 million. Like, it's not too much of a difference there.
How absurd is Josh Lord at 2.5?
Oh, we might as well save some money and go Josh Lord then.
Yeah, another huge line-out kind of operator. And saw him in open play for the All Blacks. That pick and go, I can't remember what team it was against when he set up a try. Great athlete.
On the Northern Tour.
Yeah.
Great athlete. No, I like that. I was thinking how we're going to save money here. There's not too much of a difference between your locks, but then you see Josh Lord down at 2.5. You might as well jump on it.
Crazy.
Brilliant. All right, into our loose forward trio again. So obviously Tizano is our stud there. Yep. Well, he's still in savings mode.
Yeah, I wish the Hurricanes were playing this week because you've got players like Peter Larkai at 5.1, which is just about half of Tizano.
Yep.
But you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Valentini at 4.9.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad
Brumbies
value.
Superstar.
How much are you willing to spend?
Well, you could probably go another big name here on the loose forwards.
Because you could go like Leo Willie, he had a pretty good season on the back of last year, and then a decent NPC season as well. You go Fraser McWright.
I think another one could be Satutu, even though he's never seems to get a look in for the All Blacks or the All Blacks 15.
Mm-hmm.
He's always pretty ridiculous at the Super Rugby level in terms of
what's he going to cost
stats.
us?
7.4, just above Leo Willie and McWright.
Oh, yes, Hoskins. There he is.
He's pretty dynamic. But
so
now
that would be our third blue.
Yeah.
Are we going to want any blues in the back line? Probably not, actually.
No.
Okay.
I think lean on that forward pack because of how dominant they try to be through the big boys up front.
The public like him. He's in 14% of teams.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want Miracle in there? You had him as your one of your players to watch. He is 7.7 million, though. Or are we going to go down and we're going to take a look at like Rob Valentini or something?
Yeah, Vitini or Lasunga, who we spoke about for the Highlanders.
Mm-hmm.
TK Howden's another one that's going to get good minutes. Simon Parker down there at 4.2.
Yeah.
Another line-out option there. I think you choose between Valetini or Lasaga.
4.2 for Lasaga, was it?
4.7. So there's only 0.2 difference, and Valetini's probably a bit more of a sure thing.
Yeah, what are we Highlanders thinking for the back line?
Yeah, I've got a couple potential options there, so maybe.
I think we go Rob then. We go Big Rob.
Big Bobby.
Get him in there. Okay, nice. Now, halfback, you'd obviously want to go Roygaard early doors, but on the bye, can't do that.
The one that sticks out to me the most is Fakatava.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going Highlanders straight off the bat?
Yeah, he's a game breaker from the base of the ruck, assist, run meters. He's kind of the closest thing to Roygaard's play style. Okay. Obviously not the same level, but undisputed starter for the Highlanders with Pledger out.
Not a huge fan of Cortez or Noah Hotham in there. I don't know how fit both of those guys are, but I prefer to have someone other than the two of them.
Yeah, and they've also got players like Xavier Rowe and Kyle Preston nipping at the heels for minutes. So I think there's quite a big drop-off from Fakatava to whoever's behind him, maybe Curtis Hasty or someone like that, Lennox.
All right, brilliant. Throw him in. Midfield.
Yeah, because obviously we had D-Mac.
Are we going to put Lester Whanganuku in there?
Yeah.
On his return?
I think maybe the most well-rounded point scorer is Tavatava Nawai.
Okay.
You look at his numbers, he leads full backs and carries, carry meters, defenders beaten, turnovers, tackles.
I'll tell you the good news. We've got 31.6 million left to spend on 4 players.
Yeah.
So you can afford to splash out a bit here thanks to our savings early doors.
Yeah. Could you go a midfielder Tavatava Nawai and Whanganuku?
You probably could. That'll leave you with 16.2 million for your 2 more back threes.
Yeah. I think that's where we could look over the Australian side. Someone like Tom Wright even.
He's 8.4 million, which will leave you with about 8 million to go willy-nilly.
Yeah. And we got Tom Wright. And do you back one of the players you spoke about earlier in Kyron for the Chiefs? Or is he going to be a bit of a slow burn to start off his Chiefs career? Oh, that's 7.8. Could you go? We're at 7.8 million.
Amoni Nawara, how fit's he? He's at 5.8 million for the Chiefs. Would that give us over the line? We've got 1, 2. We've already got 3 Chiefs players in there. Experiment. We can throw them in there, so you can get 4.
So Narawa Tomo Falau, you choose.
It's 50-50 really, isn't it? Let's go Kyron, since we backed him in the player to watch.
Okay.
Put Tomo Falau in there. What is he costing?
7.6. That leaves us with 0.2 million.
That's well spent.
I think it's a pretty good team. George Dyer, Bradley Slater, James Slipper, Sam Darry, Josh Lord.
Yep.
Tizano, Satutu, Valetini.
Yep.
Fakatava and McKenzie.
Yep.
Midfielder Tavatava Nawai and Lester Whanganuku.
Yep.
Reese, Tom Wright, and Tomo Falau.
Nice. I like it. Yep. Save that team and we'll keep an eye on it.
Beautiful.
Have you seen there's a new fantasy game out there for cows?
No. I've not seen it. Cows are being tracked.
It's a farm down in Southland, I believe, and they've got these new collars that track their stats.
Okay.
And there is a fantasy competition run by Meadowfresh around it.
So it's milk, dairy cows?
Yeah, it's extremely stats-based based on their production.
Nothing to do with
efficiency. I don't think they'd be able to track the beef, quality of beef. Okay. But it looks like a bit of fun. Maybe something we dive into next week, potentially. I don't know when it kicks off. You don't want to miss out on the first round of cows if it does this week. But anyway, save that team and we'll take a break. All right, we're back and we're going to play a little game here. And because Super Rugby is starting this week, Archie, I've got a list of 10 Super Rugby players. I need to list them in order 1 to 10. Now, it's a very broad list. It's not like we're going top 10 Super Rugby players of all time. It is all-time players. I want you to rank it. You're allowed 1 shuffle before the end, so you have to use it before the end. Okay? And then now all these 10 players, so you can think about it along the way, they all have something in common.
Okay.
Except for one of them. You got to figure out who the one player is, and then if you can, for bonus points, tell me why they don't belong.
All
right? All right?
Yeah.
The first name I'm going to give you is Brodie Retallick.
Okay. He is going to come in at number 4.
Brody Retallick going in at number 4.
Maybe the best lock in New Zealand history.
Okay. And I do want you to rank them in like order of their Super Rugby kind of pedigree,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm going for here.
Brilliant. Next. Nehi Milner-Skudder. We loved him growing up.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. However, he was pretty short-lived. Had that unbelievable World Cup.
Yeah. The streets remember Nehi Milner-Skudder.
Yeah. Played for the Turbos, Hurricanes. Saw that try off that back pass from Bodie in that test match.
Yeah.
But just because it was so short, I'm going to go 7.
Okay. 7 for Nehi. Rough. All right, we're going to go for another Hurricanes goat, Ma'anonu.
Yeah. Hurricanes, Blues. Got better, aged like fine wine.
I always forget he went to the Blues.
Yeah, 3.
Okay, so 1 above Brody.
Yep.
Cool. Now, I don't know where I'll go with this list, so I feel like you're doing okay at the moment. Ben Smith.
Now, that's interesting because likely a better All Black than Brody, potentially.
Yep.
Maybe.
You could argue the same as probably better than Nonu as well.
Nonu was more transcendent.
Okay.
Ben Smith at 5.
All right. Well, we are basing it on Super Rugby. So
and
you could argue
the one title with the Highlanders, their first title.
That was against the Canes.
Yeah.
At the Caketon, was it?
Yeah, I remember that one vividly.
Brutal. Okay, so you've got Brody Retallick at 4, Nehi Milner-Skudder at 7, Ma'anonu at 3, Ben Smith at 5. You're very top-heavy early.
Yeah.
White Crockett.
Would have won so many titles for the Crusaders.
He did.
But was never a dominant figure. And where'd I have Nehi?
Nehi's in at 7. White Crockett is probably making like a Crusaders all-time team.
Yeah, but prop.
Yeah.
No disrespect to props.
Well, it sounds like you've got some disrespect against the props.
He's also awfully tall for a prop. They had to always configure around
He always had the headband on, though. He was very headband-driven.
I'm going to go would I have Nehi?
7.
I'm going to go Crockett at 6.
Okay. Crockett at the 6. Do you want to do any shuffles so far? You're kind of happy. Right. Another Crusader, I guess, and he's in here because of his flow. Jack Goodhue.
He would have won a few titles. I think he's pretty average, though.
Okay.
9.
Haircut?
Yeah, haircut's fine, but...
That was pretty transcending for the game.
Yeah.
The mullets really came in after that.
Not too worried about it, though. 9.
9? So you think someone's going to come in worse?
Yeah, because he won a load with probably Razor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was a good player, All Black, obviously, but kind of fell off and no one... Where's he gone since? And his brother. He had a brother, I believe. Josh Goodhue, maybe.
All right.
Playing for Auckland.
Okay. We're going to keep it moving. James Lowe.
Can go to 10.
10?
Yeah. Can't stand him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that just because of his Irish?
He always gives the All Blacks the big ones.
Mm.
And, yeah. Well done to him for becoming one of the British and Irish Lion, isn't he?
Yeah, he did make the Lions.
And he was never going to get a sniff for the All Blacks, so well done to him. But, yeah, here I can't.
Victor Vito.
Now, what do I have open here?
So you've got the 1 and 2. You've got 8.
Victor Vito, good Hurricane. Never quite a Jerry Collins type, though, was he?
No, not quite.
The one title, probably. Could play anywhere from lock to wing.
You've got 1, 2.
He's 8.
8. Okay. Shannon Frizzell.
I'm going to need a swap here. How many can I swap around?
You can only do 1. 1 shuffle.
Frizzell's got to come in lower than Vito. Not going to work.
You're going to try and move Vito higher for like... You can move Victor in, I don't know, maybe like a White Crockett. Would you put Victor Vito at 6, White Crockett at 8?
Well, no, because I need to move someone into the 2 and open up a slot to put Frizzell further down.
Oh, true, yeah. I was thinking you could put Frizzell at 9, but yeah, no, you did right.
I'm going to move...
Do you feel like you've got your 1 and 2 in here already?
I don't know. We'll see who comes in last. Yeah. I'm going to go with, after slating him, after all the titles he's won, he's going to go to the 2, Wyatt Crockett. And that's opened up what slot? 6.
The 6.
Put Frizzell at 6 is kind of the most respectable way I could go about that.
You don't want to move. Okay, so you were locking in.
I've got the 1 left and Crockett's at 2.
Okay, and Frizzell's at 6.
Yeah, he should be. He should be 9. But
you could have done swapped Crockett and Victor Vito. So Victor, I
didn't do anything. I have to move. I have to put someone in the 2.
Wyatt Crockett moves to 2. Victor Vito moves to 6. And you could have then selected. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Okay.
And then you could have selected Frizzell at 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so your 2 spot. No,
Crockett.
Your 1 spot. Now, you could be happy with this. Some people would be happy with this. I'm going to put Cody Taylor in.
Yeah, I'm not happy at all. I was hanging out for a Dan Carter. I was hanging out for a Richie, a Jonah.
Yeah, well, they were the obvious ones. I purposely left the GOATs out.
That's almost disrespectful to the list.
I didn't say it was an all-time.
Yeah, to a Crusaders fan, Cody could be up there, obviously.
Longevity?
Yeah, was in the McCaw era, surely.
Yep. I'll tell you what, he's got titles, he's got longevity, he's got the Super Rugby, yes. Relatively injury-free as well, and has the All Blacks career to go along with it. Yeah, I think he's a worthy number 1 if you're putting aside the fact that he's a Crusader.
Yeah, and I just I can never get over the fact all the penalties he gives away.
Oh, okay.
But
as a try scorer, though,
did he win a World Cup in 2015?
Was he part of that team? He wouldn't have been 2011.
No. But 11 years ago was Cody Taylor and All Blacks.
I reckon he was. I reckon he was part of that 2015 team.
He was, as a 24-year-old.
There you go.
He's won a World Cup.
Yep.
That's fine. How many Super Rugbies has he won?
Probably, 7? 8?
He's captained them to win.
Oh, there you go. I think he's a worthy number 1.
6.
Oh, wow. All right, now, tell me who doesn't belong and why.
Now, give me the list of the names.
Okay, so we're going to go through Brodie Retallick, Nehi Milner-Skudder, Ma'anonu, Ben Smith, Wyatt Crockett, Jack Goodhue, James Lowe, Victor Vito, Shannon Frizzell, Cody Taylor.
James Lowe's the only one that didn't play for the All Blacks.
Correct. That's it.
That was pretty easy.
Yeah.
The other one, I forgot about James Lowe, but I was thinking maybe all those players potentially were in that 2015 World Cup team.
Jack Goodhue?
Apart from Goodhue, so I forgot about Lowe, and I thought Goodhue might have been the odd one out.
I did think Jack Goodhue would be the kind of questionable one there.
Yeah, in terms of the 2015 World Cup. You said Crockett.
Mm-hmm. Would have he been there?
Wyatt Crockett was there.
Milner-Skudder in that team?
Yeah, he was. He won a World Cup.
So you had Brodie, Nehi, Ma'a was there, Ben Smith was there, Wyatt Crockett was there.
Victor Vito was there.
Was he?
Yeah. He played wing in the game. I remember he got brought on, sin bins. And
Shannon Frizzell, was he in that team?
Ooh, he's one that missed out. Wouldn't have been around.
And then Cody Taylor. Yeah, I wanted to try and get pretty niche with it, but it was just easy. And it's like some people, I reckon you look back and some people may be like, oh yeah, James Lowe did have a go at the ABs.
Never. He was never going to get close.
Oh, I didn't realise you were actually a James Lowe hater, so you would know that. All right. Well done. We'll take another break. Now, this year on the group chat, to actually get you guys involved and lean on the name, the group chat, we have the group chat Punters Club. The group is now open, TGCPUNTS. Put that in on the Betcha Bet Social page. You'll join the group. And I believe the pot is live now for Super Rugby kickoff weekend. And what Archie and I are going to do, we're going to interact with you guys on the group and hopefully come up with a few punts and turn over some profit, ideally. And the difference is between the other punting podcasts that are out there is that our bets actually do matter, Archie.
Yep.
Because we will be punting with not just our money, but also hopefully your guys' money as well. So when we win, you win. When we lose, you lose, but we probably lose more because I think losing the punters' money probably deserves some sort of punishment.
Yeah.
I don't know how we'll determine that, but we will. Yeah. And whether that's with the help of the audience and the group chat, whether they come up with something, could depend on the severity of the loss as well. Yeah. But ideally, we're going to be punting on this opening kickoff round. Join if you can. we'll have some fun with it. And yeah.
Yeah, no, I was kind of just thinking in terms of maybe forfeit. Do we go around, ask a few colleagues what they think a forfeit could be worth, and then send out a wee poll
We could
into
do a
the
poll.
group chat and give you 3 options to choose from.
Yeah.
Severity in terms of how much we lost or how little our return on investment was.
Yeah.
If there was any. But yeah, I think Super Rugby is going to be a good start. We've got the NRL.
Yeah.
There's obviously some potentially US basketball to look at.
Yeah, we got the basketball. You got the Premier League, A-League action as well, Champions League, all World Cup. Because we're going to try to do this weekly. This is going to be a weekly thing. So you can buy in each week. We'll pay the pot out at the end of the weekend, and then you can rebuy in. It'll open up every Wednesday, the new pot, and we'll close it on the Sunday. And we're just going to punt on the sport of the weekend. So we've got our group chat game of the week, Highlanders, Crusaders, and we'll punt throughout the weekend, some try scorers, some multis. And then when
race.
Hey?
The odd race.
What kind of race?
Horse race.
Oh, wow. There is some good Group 1 racing in Aussie at the moment. You've got Autumn Glow returning, and you've got, what have we got? Tyrus in the Black Caviar Lightning Stakes.
Yeah, a couple of weeks down the line, Champions Day in Ellerslie.
Yep.
These options.
UFC at the White House. You'll have that.
Yep.
Plenty on, and we will be amongst it. So if you're interested, get amongst it. TGC Punts on the Bet Social, and we'll see you in the group chat. Now, this week, we got to discuss what we may be punting on. So if you got a try scorers for us, what do you got?
I've got one try scorer, touched on it earlier in the podcast.
Yeah.
And that's Caleb Tangitau for the Highlanders.
Okay.
He was a try scoring machine last year for the Landers when he was fit. 6 tries in 450 minutes of rugby.
That's a good stat.
Yeah. So that's more than 1 try every 80 minutes.
Yep. We like that.
So works well for this. I think Highlanders are going to play an attacking brand, spread the ball out like Jamie Joseph tends to play nowadays.
Yep.
And Tangitau being the superb athlete and kind of the mould of what you'd want a New Zealand winger to be, with a lot of power as well. And likely the fastest guy in Super Rugby, in my opinion. I think he could definitely find his way over the try line.
Okay. I think you've probably done enough to convince me there. To keep it short, we'll probably just run with that. What we'll do, we'll put it out to the punters, and hopefully we'll maybe clip it up, put it out on socials, the explanation behind it. And if everyone's in an agreement, we'll go heavy early on like 1 try scorer, and then we'll have our pick the round multi as well. So we could quickly go through and see what we're thinking here. So just strictly head-to-head, Crusaders, Highlanders.
I've gone Crusaders.
Cool. Now we're going Reds, Waratahs.
I've gone with the underdog. I've gone with the Waratahs.
Tars are at home.
Yeah.
I feel like they were a good home team last year.
Yeah.
Less threatening when they were away.
Yeah, Joseph Suaalii, obviously at centre.
Yep.
Maybe the most special rugby player in the league, in the competition.
Mm-hmm. So that's a bold call.
Yeah, maybe. Obviously no Archie, so.
This is an interesting one. Drua Moana Pacifica. Draw a home game.
Yeah, I think anytime you see the Drua at home against potentially a weaker opponent, you definitely take them.
Yep.
And even when they're coming up against the likes of the Canes, the Chiefs, the Brumbies.
So you want to accept the Satyrs probably?
Even the Crusaders, you honestly probably still take them.
I thought you were just purposely leaving them out. No. Okay, so Drua. Mm-hmm. Brilliant. Then you got Blues Chiefs, which is a tough one. It's Blues home game. They're $2.50 underdogs.
Yeah, I think the Blues, their back 3 outside of Caleb Clark worries me a bit.
Yep.
Maybe the midfield's a bit worrying.
Can they win it in their forward pack? Talked a lot about their forward pack.
The locks, Sam Darry, maybe 2 below 2. I think the Chiefs probably are just a bit more well-rounded. Probably have the best loose forward, if not the second best loose forward trio, best 10 in the Super Rugby.
I don't disagree. I think we're taking Chiefs at $1.50, and then to round it off, you got Force Brumbies. Now, the Force are kind of like that Drua side where they were good at home last season, terrible when on the road. They're $2.20 at home.
Yeah.
Brumbies have to travel early. From memory, did the Brumbies get off to a bit of a rough start? They were a bit slow out the gates?
Yeah, they are the pick of the bunch of the Australian sides, though. Obviously, you got players like Tom Wright there.
Yeah.
And, they do kind of come into their own towards the end of the season, but I'd expect them to try and buck that kind of early season trend there and get away with a win to start off, whether that's 4 or 5 points on the table.
What is the line in that game, actually? I mean, we won't be taking it's only 2.5. I'd be inclined to take the Force win, but I also maybe give the Force like a grace period to see how they are going to go early at home.
Yeah.
Okay, Brumbies it is. So that multi, 5 legs, $10.59, and there's no point doing multi-rescue when we're playing with in the pot. So we might as well odds boost, and that'll get you to 11.42. That might change when we come to place the bet before the first game. But you're getting $11 for that, and that is decent, I reckon.
Yeah.
All right. Brilliant stuff. That'll take us to the end of the first episode of the group chat for 2026. We will be back every Wednesday to run it up and do it all again.
A lot of fresh sport and things coming our way, so looking forward to it.